Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 7 of Create Above and Beyond, a mod pack by simibubi. So, in the last episode, I finished all my farms, and I got a lot of cows, killed like 10 of them and got 3 leather, so I was really not so happy about this. Got some sheep for the wolves, got some pigs, some chickens, don't know why the last 2, but we have them now. And then I have all my farms. I have my wheat farm where I throw my sweet berries in here once in a while. I've got my potatoes farm that's going really well. I have the miscellaneous farm right here that's cabbage, onion, tomato, and beetroot. Then I have this farm, which I believe is not working. I thought that he would break the sugar cane and put it in, but I don't think that's working. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I think that this is something I'll need to come and punch manually once in a while. Then there's this last farm here for carrots, but not sure why I would need so much carrot. So I also started moving everything downstairs and making downstairs a bit more livable. Let me grab all of this. I did not finish to bring everything downstairs, unfortunately, so I still need to do a little bit of moving, but it's coming along well. Those are temporary. These are basically what I consider my dump chest. Like, I just come here and dump stuff whenever I have too much stuff on me. I try to have somewhat of a logic, but it's not really a big logic right now. Like, what I mean by that is in this one I try to keep all of the other mining stuff that I don't really use right now. Then I have some tools here. This is mob drops again. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you is I discovered that there's another way of making leather. So if I grab 5 rotten flesh like this, I can make rotten leather, and rotten leather can be used directly in some cases, which I was not aware of. I did not see that when I would. Oh yeah, I can use that directly for, well, the brown tool, well, the toolbox, but I could also cook it into normal leather. Let me just grab 2 gold. We're gonna go upstairs quickly because I did not bring any of my create tools in my workshop. That's something I'm gonna have to do later, but we're going to get these 2 plate, go back downstairs, sleep, and then continue. Grab these. Let's go back downstairs. We're gonna sleep immediately. That's the one thing. We don't see that it's darkness outside. Maybe I'll make a little hole so that I can see out, but that's something for later. Okay, so I want the toolbox because the toolbox is going to make carrying all of the parts so much easier. So I'm gonna need a chest and a cogwheel. So let's just grab, do I have a chest here? No, so 1, 1, 2. We have a chest and cogwheel, yeah, right here. So now I'm going to be able to make the toolbox. Voila. Okay, so the reason the toolbox is amazing. Well, we're going to put the toolbox down and we can put stuff in it. Let me just show you. So what do I often use from my create stuff? So I use small cogwheels, large cogwheels. Oh, you know what? That's a lot of andesite. I'm just going to put the andesite in one of those places, like right here. Let me just... Oh no! I used the leather instead. Oh, that's really annoying. I used one of the 3 leather, but I can cook this, so it's not the end of the world. What else do I use often? I also use often these shaft and these mechanical belt and maybe shoot. Oh, these andesite funnels for sure. So you know what? Andesite funnels. Let me just make a couple more because that I do use a lot. So let's just put this right here, andesite funnel like this. Now, if I go in the toolbox, I can go and put all of these things in here, and I still have space for 2 more things, which I don't know what it would be, but then I can break this, which goes into my inventory, and okay, so let's say that I'm going to build around here. I put this down, and then what's the keybind? Let me just find the keybind. It's called Toolbox, open tool menu R, maybe? No. Let's try again. options, control box, toggle search box, access nearby toolbox, left out. Okay, so when I press left out, there's this little radial something, and then I can click small cogwheel. And if you look on my bar, there's 32 small cogwheels, and there's a border around it. The reason there's a border around it is that right now I'm pulling from this toolbox. And if I go too far, it's gonna become, do you see the red disappear? There's a little red that it disappeared. This is too far, which means I can still place it, but I'm not getting it from my toolbox. Now, if I do this, do you see how it still goes up to 32? Because it's replenishing from my toolbox. So I don't even need to be next to the toolbox. I can go a bit further, just I cannot extract another tool. And if I press left alt, then I've got some shaft. Oh, then left alt, I can switch to mechanical belt. Like that's how nice this is. And then I can just throw everything back in here once I'm done. And super easy to grab and bring everywhere. So that technically is giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more spaces. And you can even click return. So if anything that was on me would go in there. So I don't know what I'm going to, you know, the last two are probably going to be gearbox or stuff like that. You know what? Let me just make it. Oh, wait, let me grab that. Let's make a couple of gearbox. So if I grab this and Andesite casing right here, and let me make another pattern. I just, whenever I need something, I just go and put another pattern down for it. So right here, I'm going to say make some gearbox. Great. And let's grab 15, I guess. Let me just check here. I knew that I had some others right there. Wow, that's a lot more. I'm really happy with my situation of material right now. Perfect. So that's going to be another element in here. And I'm not going to put vertical because I can always come and grab stuff from here. So I've got some gearboxes. What's another thing that I use a lot? So gearbox, those two transform into each other. Maybe gear shift, but I don't want to use that many. Sequence, gear shift. What? Oh no, that's brass machine. I think there's something I've been seeing. I saw a video, something about sequencing. No, these are brass machine. Gearbox. What? I just want to try and see quickly. So if I grab some gearbox and I go like this. No, that's not. I saw something where these things connect together and they work kind of in conjunction. Let me see. Do I have a little bit of redstone? Yes. Let me grab some redstone. And gear shift. So what if I ponder gear shift? I just want to see. Yeah, so that's gear shift is to change the direction. Well, that's not the one that I'm looking for. So let's look at kinetic blocks. Gearbox, clutch, gear shift, encase. Oh, encase chain drive. I think that's the one. Yes, that's it. That's it. I want to start using these because someone on Discord was saying that they use this to be able to do long line of machines that they want to go in the same direction. So how do I do these encase chain drive? I need shaft and I need iron nuggets. Iron nuggets, perfect. So can I craft some of these? No, now I need some of these. Perfect, like this. Okay, 18 might be more than I wanted, but it's not the end of the world. So look at this. What it does is that all of these turn at the same speed in the same direction. So remember when I had my 3 cogwheel next to each other, I was like, oh darn, I need to reverse the polarity on this one. Well, reverse the direction on this one. That I needed to put a gear shift. No, I could just have done this. And it's much cleaner and much more like better looking, I find. So I'm going to start trying to use these. So now I can go set up another recipe. Give me a moment. So I'm going to set up the shaft recipe because I used all of my shafts. And let's just make some space and I'll go 64. Perfect. So all of these in here. This seems like a really great setup for just tons of crafting. So now let me come back here, get rid of these things that I don't need, and these andesite casing for now, and these remaining cogwheel I'm just going to put here for now. I'm going to keep these andesite machine on me so that I can use them for what I want, and we're going to be able to start. So this gearbox, to be honest, when I made, remember the beginning of the series when I was looking for gold to make the wrench and the engineer's goggle, totally add a toolbox to that. It would have been so much easier to do everything. So now I just want to check a couple of things. No, I don't need my glue right now. This I like keeping on me. Okay, so now I want to try and bring my resource from downstairs up here. So I'm going to use a lift. And this side, no, pulley. Perfect. So I need to make a rope pulley. What is this? Pulley block? No, I don't know what that is. Rope pulley. So rope pulley is kind of simple to make. Let's just ponder it for a moment. And the way it works, yeah, it goes like this. Touches something, and then when you reverse the direction, brings it up. So for sure, we're going to need a direction reversal. Ooh, damn. It was even showing more. Like it's going to show you. So one block's not enough. But if you use, next scene, nope, went too far. Come on. Here, these, with chassis and super glue, we're going to make a platform that goes up and down. That's amazing. So let's make those two things right now. Hose pulley, we're going to need 2 shafts. We're going to need some rope. How do we make rope? Oh, 3 straw. That's so hard. I don't know that I can make this. So I transformed all of my straw, so I might not be able to make this thing. Oh boy. That's yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go and destroy some grass. I just need my knife. And that's kind of why I want the backpack also. Like the chisel, the backpack, the buckets. Those are things that I want to keep on me at all time. I have no idea where my knife is. Oh, right here. And I'm tired of searching for stuff. So now let's go back up, waste some, you know what? I also need 2 iron plate. No, 1 iron plate. So might as well do that iron plate at the same time. Right here, and then we're going to go 2 for the price of 1. So let's just go upstairs. Put this right there, and let's go kill some grass somewhere. I'm starting to have less and less place that has grass, so that's good and not good at the same time. 6, perfect. So that's going to be 2 rope, which I'm really happy to know that they're that easy to make, because that could have been a problem where now I was missing leather. That would not have been fun. Okay, so let's go back downstairs, and I'm going to need a seed place. You know what? Nope. Yeah, that's going to be where I drop my seeds. So let's make 2 ropes. Oh, 6 rope. Okay, that's a lot more rope. And I'm going to need 2 gear shaft, but 1, 2. 1, 2. Just going to keep some for crafting. Oh god, I love my setup. This is going to make everything so much easier. So let's grab that, and I'm going to throw that in here. That's, like I said, going to be used for some crafting. So now that we have a pulley, we need some chassis. And these linear chassis, which are made with wood and andesite. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, so 3 is going to be 8. And guess what? We're going to make a recipe for it. So like so, and like so. These are the radial chassis, and then like so, and like so. These are going to be the linear chassis. Perfect. So as I was saying, let me show you the lift idea. So I'm going to take this all off. And let's build it. Like this. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, of course, you had to go in the wrong side. Like this. And then above right here, I'm going to put the pulley. Nope. I need to place it one over. Where's the rope? I think the rope's there. So what we're going to do, just as a test, we're going to end crank it a little bit. But before that, I want to make the gear shift. So gear shift is with redstone and cogwheel. Oh, I think I can craft one directly. Yeah. And I'm going to need a lever right here. And I'm going to need a hand crank. That's going to be upstairs. I did not bring it down the last time. And see, that's what I meant by making a little window into the outside, because like now it's time to sleep and I don't see it. So there's always the danger that I go up above and that I'm spammed by mob. Now let's just come down here and I'm going to put a gear shift right here. Perfect. With a lever right here and a hand crank like right here. Yeah, so now the rope is going down. Now it's touching this. If I reverse it, haha, it's working. So it's bringing the lift up. So we're just going to bring it a bit more up, and then we're going to, well, we're going to need to dig all the way down. So that is a bit sad though, because this is something that I should have I should have prepped in the last episode, of course. So that's just, you know what? A hammer would really be great, but we're not at that point yet. So I feel like this is unfortunately something that I'm going to have to do that in my time lapse. It's really ridiculous that I would do that here. I'm just going to finish some setup of the contraption to explain to you how this is going to work. So then I'm going to need a, not this, not this. Oh, I don't remember what they're called, but I think I need an andesite machine like this. The portable storage interface. Yeah. So we're going to need portable storage interface. Then we're going to need crates, barrels, and then we're going to need chutes, but chutes we already have. So that's not going to be a problem. So we're going to put this down right here. And then we're going to reverse this and we're going to bring it down. Oh, one too low. Perfect. So let's say that I have right here, I'm going to need a chute, barrel. And my toolbox, so I need left out a chute, like so, and then a portable storage interface, like so. Can I change the direction of this? Yeah. I guess not. Let's try again, like so, and then I'm going to go same setup outside right here. One. They need to be one away, so like so. With a chute, I said with a chute and a portable storage. Okay, so they should be connecting though. So let me just try. This is not moving. Okay, so I'm going to guess that this is a crazy glue issue. Give me a moment. Let's just crazy glue this whole stuff. Well, at least this barrel. I think I just need to crazy glue this barrel, maybe. Oh, see, it was connected for a moment. It wanted to move. Okay, so let me just remove this and this. And if I do this and I put a chute, yes, perfect. So now that moves. So I'm guessing I'm going to need a, oh no, I'm going to need one on everything. So just give me a moment. Remove that. Then if we come here, we're going to first put some crazy glue, and then this is so weird. Like the glue should interfere in my mind, but if this is working, it's gonna be happy. So let me just go and bring it one up. Okay, so this went down, and now if I reverse it, this is so bizarre to me. Why is it not going up? It wants to connect, and I did see a picture of this setup like, oh, so this time it worked. Okay, so they went there, they connected. Now, the thing that I'm not sure is how do you dictate the direction? That's the one part that I'm really not sure about. Oh, shoot, information. So if I put some items in here and I go down and then, oh, that's one up too high. Disconnected, and it didn't transfer anything. So I'm going to try something different for now. Let me grab another barrel, and I'm trying to figure out what is considered the inventory, because that's the one part that when I was looking at the picture, I didn't quite understand what would get transferred where and how. So if I do this and I put this in this inventory here, okay, and then I go, let's go back up. Okay, so what I put in this inventory transferred there, but not all of it though. Okay, let's reverse it. Okay, now everything transferred. So I'm guessing that I'm going to have to find a way to bring this in here, because when it goes downstairs, it's going to need to connect to another. So either, maybe it's a question of in and out. That's what I'm going to have to look into as. So I'm going to need a chute to transfer. I'm going to need a chute to transfer up and down. So when I'm downstairs, I need things to get into this barrel, but this barrel needs to extract. Okay, I'm going to try something different now. So I'm going to assume that this is how I fill the barrel. Okay, I'm going to say this is how I fill the barrel, and then I'm going to go and make another one of those portable storage interface right now. So if I come here and make another one of those portable set of portable storage interface, and I'm going to need another barrel. Yeah, let's just do 4 of those and 6, 12 of those. Do I have a barrel recipe somewhere? Because if not, I'm gonna have one now. So let's come right here. Probably we'll want to rearrange these blueprints so that they're easier to find, like more logical. But for now, I'm just plopping down whatever I need. Okay, so here, let's say that I put glue in another portable storage interface right here. And then I'm going to put another portable interface storage right here. And then I go like this and like this. Perfect. So now technically the question is, will this one grab from this chest? So I'm going to remove this chest for now. And I'm going to clean that up. Perfect. And then I'm going to put the stuff in here. All of the material is going to go in here. And let's just So technically, this should now connect. So let's go back up. Oh. This is really weird behavior. Okay, so now it went back up. This got some transfer stuff, and this is now... So, what? Okay. Let's just do it differently. Let's just put all of that in here. Now let's bring it down. So I feel that it blocks when it's trying to transfer, and once it's done transferring... Okay, so now I just have a round robin where some went in there and some went in there, but I think we have the ins and out. So upstairs, when it goes downstairs, it's going to transfer through here into this barrel, and then once it comes back up, it's going to transfer right here into that barrel. I kind of would have preferred both to be in the air, but you know what? Let me try that. So if I take these out and these out, and let's say that I'm going to put multiple barrel, because I want to make sure, oh no, multiple barrels not going to work because they're not going to transfer between each other. So let's try it differently. Okay, sorry. So let's do, I think they can be connected. Like, let me try something that's, I think the whole contraption is connected together, but I'm not 100% sure. So if I go like this and do this and like this and like this, and now I put the portable storage interface right here, and if I go barrel and shoot and portable storage interface like so. So now the question is, if I put everything in this barrel now, okay, and I don't want this, yeah, so this is shooted, so it shouldn't be touching. So let's just go down, perfect. So that transferred some of it, and yeah, some of it went in there because, so that's going to be downstairs. Technically, this should never be, this will not be here. So technically, this did extract from this barrel, which means that now this should be upstairs. That's what we said, downstairs. So if that's downstairs and all of this is in here, so now we went downstairs and we grabbed all of this material, then we come back up, reverse the pulley, we bring this back up, and it connected and transferred everything. Perfect. So that's the idea. So the lift goes down, it goes back up, and downstairs it grabs everything it can into a barrel, and upstairs it transfers everything it can back into that. And now right here we have all of the material ready. So then we can extract from this into a belt. So we'll just have like an andesite funnel putting into a belt. And downstairs we're getting, I think, cobblestone, granite, limestone. No, not limestone. We're getting like 4 things if I remember correctly. So we're going to bring all of that upstairs, and we're going to do, the andesite's going to accumulate to go to my andesite setup back there, the crafting of the andesite alloy. But then what are we going to do with the cobblestone and the granite? Well, we're going to start making infinite resources, because I was doing even more research. Well, some part of it I already knew. If you remember, I was talking about an iron nuggies farm. Well, please don't blow up. If you blow up my cured rubber, I'm going to kill you, you stupid creeper. Great. You know what? I'm going to kill you anyway. So what I wanted to say is, all the cobblestone, I'm going to put into a mill like this. And all of the granite cobblestone, I'm going to cook. Okay? So, if I put this right here and, oh, it makes it jump. Okay, so if I put all of this here, so if I cook the granite cobblestone into granite, I just want to show you by doing it and not by explaining it. So now I have 2 cooked granite. And if I come right here and throw it in a millstone, so the cobblestone is giving me gravel, okay? So if I put that gravel onto a belt and I wash it like so, when you wash gravel, you have a very low chance, but still a chance, of getting 2 iron nuggets and some flint. So by washing, so that was a stack and 12, right? We'll come back to this in a moment. So a stack and 12, and if I come back here, let's just take off the cobblestone. The granite is making red sand. Okay? And what I found out is that red sand, when you wash it, has a 12% chance of giving us gold nugget. So all of that granite and all of that gravel, we're just going to process through a millstone. Look at this, 19 iron nuggets and 16 flint. And we're going to throw here. And yes, the chance is low, but basically we're talking about, see, we got lucky and we got some. We got 1 gold nugget. So we're talking about free gold and free iron. If there are 2 things that we use a lot, it's gold and iron. So like I said, I'm going to bring all of this material upstairs through the andesite lift. And once it comes upstairs, I'm going to have a whole line where I'm going to separate. So I'm going to have the sand, everything that comes upstairs is going to go into jars, like always. Once they're in the jars is each going to have their line. So we're going to have, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm going to reverse the setup. I'm going to put it this side because right here is not that big, and we're just going to continue digging down that side. We're going to have the granite get stored because at some point I'm going to have to make a belt and bring it back there to my andesite alloy system. I'm going to have the granite cook, then millstone, then washed. I'm going to have the cobblestone millstoned and washed. And I'm going to start getting infinite gold, flint, and iron. And that's something that I want to start as soon as possible because it's, again, one of those things where the sooner you start it, the more resource you're going to get. But, like I said, that's something I'm going to be doing in my time lapse. For now, I want to explain a last thing. I want to make our first mix of alloy. So I know that I have some, you know what? I said I know that I have, I'm sure that I have some seared bricks somewhere. 32 more. Just making sure from everywhere. Perfect. So we're going to need to make 2 seared heaters and 2 seared melters. Perfect. 2 seared heaters, 2 seared melters. So let me just search for seared heaters. Seared heater. Okay, seared melter, I guess. So we're going to need to make a 2 seared fuel gauge. So we're going to need some glass. I know I have glass right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For this, I'm not going to set up a recipe because I'm not going to be making enough of these to matter. So 2 of those and then 2 of those. Then we need 2 seared heater. 1, 2 of those. Great. That's enough for now. Let's show that in here. What else do we need? I need... Where are my fluid pipes? Oh, right here. Then we're going to need some gear because we're going to need to be able to extract. So I'm going to need 3 cogwheel. So 1, 2, and then I'm going to go a stack, and I'm going to go a stack of this and as much of this as you can. So I still have some buttons, which I don't like. So let's just do this. Do I still have, yeah, I still have 8 buttons. No, and I don't remember what's the recipe that I cleared. That's the only thing I'm gonna have to be so careful about is I keep doing this. I keep flushing some of the recipes. So 1, 2, 3, perfect. Then we're going to need a basin. Where's my andesite alloy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. So here's the idea, okay? And again, I'm going to make a very temporary setup. I'll have a seared heater and melter right here. And then I'll have a mechanical pump here into a basin. Another pump. And I'm back, sorry. And then I'm going to have another one right here, like so. So I'm going to need this to go this way and that one to go that way. Perfect. And so I'm going to be extracting from both of these. Let me just put the toolbox down. And Alt for the small gears, so I can put a small gear right here, small gear right there. Did I just break my sound again? I don't know what's going on with the sound. Give me a moment, I'll try to figure it out. Okay, so I guess we're out of sound. I'm gonna have to restart the game and be right back. Sorry guys. And we're back. So I don't know what it is, but this happens to me once in a while where the sound just stops working. And I haven't found any mute button, any control button for the sound. The only thing I found is restarting the game. That's the only thing that seems to bring back the sound. If you guys have any clue what button combination or magic I could use to bring back the sound without having to restart, that would save me a lot of time, because I have to stop the recording, I have to restart the recording, then I have to splice more video together, so it's not fun. Oh, so let's just put this in the heater right here and right here. And if we look at brass is being mixed together with zinc and copper. So then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to grab 1 zinc and 1 copper. So 1 copper, you know what, 3 copper and 3 zinc. Because you know what, if it's not going to work, I want it to crash and burn like hard. So 3 zincs, 3 brass. So these should be melting, and now we're going to need to bring them together. So I'm going to switch to the shaft, connected like this, and then like, come on, like this, and then I'm going to switch to the belt. Oh God, I should have done that so much sooner. It's amazing. And always, oh, come back here, return items to toolbox. This is really good. This is just genius. Let's grab all of this and let's grab my end crank, because I'm testing everything with the hand crank today, it seems. So will that work? Okay, so both of those are here and there's nothing in here. So let's just start hand cranking, and hopefully that should transfer some of the liquid. I'm just going to crank enough to make sure that they both move everything over. Nothing left in here. 432, 432. I don't know if that's all of it, so we're just going to crank a little bit more. And come here. Yeah, 432 is the max. Okay, so now we need a mixer. So mixer is 4 iron plate. So I'm going to have, no, a mixer is a whisk. And the whisk is, okay, that's also something that I should always have on my list of items that I need to know. I don't need these two. So where's the mixer now? Right here. Press R. I need a whisk, and a whisk is 5 iron sheet and 2 andesite. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go upstairs. See, like, that's why I need to finish moving my factory. It would be so much simpler. This is something that I intend to do after connecting the lift downstairs. Come on. Last one. Perfect. So the way the lift is going to work is I'm going to need a timer. I'm going to let it go all the way down on a timer, then switch flip the gear on this, and then let it come all the way back up. And I'm hoping that's going to be, like, I'm going to find the right way to time it. It shouldn't be a problem in the end. I should be able to figure this out. So just keep a little bit of andesite alloy right here for a whisk. And then we just need an andesite we already have. So One andesite machine and one whisk is giving me a mechanical mixer. Amazing. Now I'm just going to need a block to be able to place. Oh my god, I unset another recipe. I'm going to need to figure out a way to not be this derpy. So like this, and like this. Perfect. Now I just need to break this, and this, and this. And now we're going to need to connect this, like so. And you've guessed it, I'm going to crank it again because I haven't set up any kind of other setup right now. And we're just going to let that mix. And right now we can mix all of it, so I'll just do it until it has nothing else to mix. And oh, we're not gonna have enough for a bucket. We need a bucket. Darn it. The next part is super important. So just let that mix completely. We're almost done, and it makes 4 at a time. So that's why it's a bit slow, but I'm gonna need to make the mixer really fast. Wow, it went through all of my hunger. And that's done. Perfect. But that's 482. So technically, the way it works is every ingot gives me 1 ingot. So I'm going to need... I want a bucket, so I'm going to need 6 more of these. And 6 more... I'm not sure about the 6. I'm just trying to make things happen right now. So if I come back here and I put the copper in here and the zinc in here. And can I just... Let's just put a gearbox like so. No, I want a vertical gearbox. So let's grab that and let's make one of those into a vertical gearbox like so. Perfect. Yep. So that's going to be ugly, but it's going to work. So that at least I can do both at the same time. So now I'm going to need my gears and go, you know what? Let's just put it this way. And then I'm going to switch to these andesite shaft, like so. And then I can put, I'm going to remove this and this and just put it on right here. Great. So 3 more right here and 3 more right here. And we're just going to, no, it's overstressed. Oh, come on. Okay, so let's just do this. I thought I was so genius that I was going to be able to do both at the same time, but no. How much power? Oh, it doesn't show me unless it's turning. Oh, okay, so I'm just gonna have to do this until everything's finished. All of that is melted. Everything's in here, so we're done. I can grab this now and, of course, remove this. And just turn this and mix the rest. So the reason I'm doing this is that we need a bucket because we need to filter the brass out of here. I need to make sure that I'm only extracting the brass, and fortunately it's something we already have a solution for at this level. So I just want to finish showing you this so I can get to the next step and just continue mixing until we at least have a bucket. Because once we have a bucket, I'm pretty sure that the only thing we're going to be able to extract with a bucket is the stuff that we at least have a bucket of. That would make sense, no? Like if I only have 200 millibucket of zinc, it should not grab that. Whereas if I have a bucket of brass, it should grab that. So let me just, oh, it finished mixing. So there's a bucket of brass in there. So I can just go in here and, no, grab a bucket of brass and set that as the recipe. And now we need to extract, but we want to only extract the brass. So what we're going to do is, if you remember, we made these copper machine. Well, one of these copper machine can be turned into a smart fluid pipe. Well, 2, that's even better. So we're going to go right here and we're going to need, whoop, return everything. We're going to need to make another seared, there's something to hold that can hold ingots, seared ingot gauge, ideal for metal olding, 32 ingots of fluid. So we want to make one of these seared ingot gauge. Perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to need 5 glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make another one of these like so. And I believe that if I put one filter here and a pump here, right here is where my gauge would be. So nope. Let's just, I don't know if that's going to be able to pump straight in there. I really hope so. I think it will. Then I can put this filter right here. And if I can come right here, here you go. So now I'm telling it only extract the mixed component. And this is done like so. And now I can just go upstairs. We're going to grab our casting something. Oh, we're going to go sleep. This is the last thing I want to show you, but because in my time lapse, I'm also going to be making some brass. I want to be able to start making some brass material, brass casing and stuff like that manually, just to improve our life, because we really need filtering at this point. So grab these two things and right here, this, get out of the way before one of the mob comes. And so if we make the same setup right here and go like this, are we going to get? Yes, we're going to get our first brass ingot. And this is the beginning of the next chapter, because with brass ingot, well, we're going to be able to make a lot of stuff. So one of the first thing that I want to do with brass ingot, to be honest, I want to grab 3 blocks of brass and I want to make a tinker anvil to be able to start making better tools. So this is what I'm going to prioritize. Like in my time lapse, I'm going to dig the lift down for sure, but I'm going to try and make this always like melting stuff and always mixing, so that, and always casting, so that I can get to 27, 9, 18, 27 brass, just so that we're able to get the anvil, because I think the brass is the cheapest thing we can do right now. It's only zinc and copper. So I'm definitely going to put some water wheel behind that. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to put a cheeky water wheel setup right back here, just to be able to reconnect and start all of this, because I also need this pump to work. Hopefully 3 times 256 is going to be enough. And I'm just going to put 2 chutes above this and have constant zinc and copper input on both sides, which are always going to be grabbed in here. There's only going to be one type of material here, so that should be a problem. And it's always going to be mixing and pulling out and casting into ingots. Like here, I'm going to change it with a redstone signal so that it's always on. Kind of the same setup that we had above, and I'm just going to let that continue. Once this is started, I'm going to dig the whole shaft downstairs, and then I'm going to start making my line to put into drawers on this side, which is going to be a lot of digging. But that's the plan. Got a lot of work to do again, but we are finally having some brass, and we're finally going, and I'm saying that this is for brass, but technically I can just change the filter right here, and this could be made for rose gold or any other type of alloy that are made in a mixing basin. So if I come here and I right click this, new, what are the other alloys that it let us make? No, chocolate. So molten brass, yeah, that's the one that we've made. Molten copper, well, okay, no, that's not important. So molten gold, I don't know why it's showing me these recipe. 1 second. Nope. Molten constantin. So nickel and copper can give us constantin. So that's a second alloy. Rose gold. So that's 3 alloy that we can make right here. Is there another one? Oh, this is weird. Okay, so that's going to be for later, I guess. Just trying to see if there's a 4th alloy that we can make quickly. It doesn't appear to be. Nope. So there's 3 alloy we can make. So we've unlocked these 3 alloys, and they're semi-automated in the sense that I'm going to say put a couple of ingot on each side and just mix everything. The only thing that's going to annoy me is the ratios. And I'm gonna need to keep a bucket of each, because when I need to reset the filter, I'm gonna need a bucket. So I'm gonna have to make sure to have 3 buckets, one for rose gold, one for brass, and one for Constantin, so that I can reset the filter, because I don't want to remove everything. So this keeps its fluid. So I can just grab this, move it away, grab the rose gold, put it in here, set the filter to rose gold, and start the whole contraption again. So that's what I need to go do. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm going to try and get it accomplished for the next episode, because I really want to get my hammer. Because if we're going to dig more underground, we just need the hammer. It's ridiculous without it. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.
The floor is lava!